We'll hear from Jim.
Thank you. I was going to bring this up in my closing remarks, but there's been such good, robust discussion here. I think I can eliminate it and shorten things up here. Positive way to make change, and especially in the improvement of diagnostics, is to really start protecting our doctors. Well, one step that can be put in place is that measures in place to immediately monitor the frequency with which doctors are policed by colleges of physicians and surgeons simply for treating Lyme disease. Currently, Canada approaches about 100% of these doctors being investigated, but often the CPA, the College of Physicians and Surgeons, they come in under the guise of other reasons. But yet the overall investigation rate of physicians being investigated is less than 2%. So we're approaching 100% with Canadian doctors who treat Lyme when it's less than 2% overall. So that's clearly discrimination. One way to fix it would be to put for our federal treasury to stop some of your and my federal tax dollars from being doled out to each year to provinces who do not specifically have a mechanism in place to protect doctors from this discrimination, with effective oversight outside of the medical system. Also, on the other aspect for guidelines, you can't have good guidelines and diagnostics if good ethical science isn't done. Mm-hmm. And currently there seems to be two standards of ethics in Canada. All of our universities have very, very long-standing rules of ethics in place about research, especially regarding withholding data that showed a result that could affect a person or a population, regardless of whether they're sure or unsure as to how to interpret that data. Okay. If it's shown that it may have an effect, it's got to be reported to the doctor or to that group. Right now, our federally and provincially funded scientists don't seem that they have to act to those ethical standards. We've got to hold them to that ethical standard, or else we are not getting the right information to our physicians and to the public. There's a lot of data that is being sat on right now in each of our provincial laboratories and our federal laboratory that is not getting back to the physicians and to the public, that needs to get out there. For example, we've been asking for years to get simply banding data from Western blots that have been run on all of us over the last several years. We don't want your personal information. We want that all stripped out. We just want the banding data. And we have had roadblock after roadblock put up, and excuse after excuse. In fact, at one point we were told that we didn't see the value of it, so you're not getting it, or we didn't think you needed it. Well, that's not your decision. This is public data that needs to get out there to be evaluated.
So you're looking for open access, Jim?
Absolutely open and transparent.
All right.
And proper ethics applied.
Okay, thank you. Point noted.